Okay, welcome to C-section prep. Today we're going to go over all the preps you would need for a C-section, hopefully in an efficient manner, so we can do this as a standardized process. As you can see here, my lovely patient is on the OR bed. I have my Foley kit, I have my vag prep kit. I also have wipes over here that just in case your patient has meconium, blood, any extras goos you want to get off the patient, then we can go ahead and do that before we do the preps. So I'm going to go ahead and open all my items up. I'm going to go ahead and use my Mayo stand over here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my preps right where they are. I'm going to go ahead and get my Foley ready at the same time. Save those for later for labeling your kit. Go ahead and move my gloves and my drapes out of here. Okay, and while I still have clean gloves on, I'm going to go ahead and pour my betadine. Normally you would use 2 bottles of this, or practicing with just one, that's messy enough. For a patient that is allergic to betadine, you would go ahead and use the Technicare. This is also what the prep is for an emergency C-section. Okay. So at this point, I would go ahead and use my wipes if I needed to clean the perineum of any extra bio load that is there, and go ahead and get rid of my gloves. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and put on a pair of sterile gloves from either of my lovely packs I've already opened up. Then I'm going to go ahead and set up my Foley so that as long as my hands are still sterile, I can just go ahead and place the Foley right after I prep the perineum. Okay, so then with my sterile gloves, I'm going to go ahead and put a drape underneath the patient so that I can try not to get stuff all over the place. With your 6 sponges, you're going to go ahead and go across the perineum and down one side, or across the mons, sorry, down the other side. Down the right-hand side, down all the way to the rectum. Repeat on the left-hand side. I'm going to go down all the way to the rectum. With the last 2, you can go ahead and clean top to bottom. Then you're going to go ahead and clean inside the vagina. So go ahead and insert and rotate. And pull that out. You do have an extra sponge stick in here. Going to go ahead and go in, rotate the other way. And take that out. Now, after the perineum is all ready to go, I'm actually ready to place the Foley. So I'm going to go ahead and this in here. I'm just going to set this to the side because if I put it on the ground, it will probably fall out. Now I'm going to go ahead and just tidy up real quick, and then we'll be ready to do the abdominal prep. All the preps so far I like to do with Ma in the frog leg position, and especially if she has an elevated BMI, you're going to want to go ahead and do the abdominal prep while she's in the same position, just so that you don't have an increased risk of pooling and fire hazard. Handy, I still have one pair of sterile gloves. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put towels on each side to catch any drips. Cool. Then as much as possible, depending on where the legs are, you're going to want to try and put a drape in between the legs to catch major drips. And of course, here we are, we're going to clean the belly button, make sure that's all tidy. And then you're going to go over the incision line, which we're going to say is about right here. Friction is what cleans this. You can either go back and forth, you can do a circular motion. You want to do that for 30 seconds. After you've done that, you want to go up and out the rest of the way, making sure to get all the way from one side to the other. And then you're going to want to grab a second prep. You can start at the incision line again, right in here. Then you're going to work your way halfway down the thigh, come to the closer leg, go halfway down that thigh. And if there's any area left on the Mons that is not prepped with the betadine or the chloraprep, but doesn't have hair on it, then you can go ahead and use the chloraprep on it. And that would be it.